Hello, Jag Nation. This is Donalvon Ross, yet once again for another episode of Jags Tonight. Thank you for tuning in. I have two lovely guests with me here today for a special episode all about the Jaguar Band Program. I'm joined first by our newest member of the band program, Mr. Justin Coleman. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
I understand you're an alumni of Austin ISD as well. What was your time like at Crockett High School, and were you in band during that time? What instrument did you play?
So my time at Crockett, it was a pretty good time. I was in band, which kind of in some ways shaped me to be the musician that I am. In some ways, I was a percussionist. Started off in the pit playing marimba, and I never did make it to the battery at Crockett because I always missed band camp, so I never got to audition for the battery. But eventually, once I did transfer, I was in the battery at well, the school that shall not be named here.
What led you to a career in education? What first attracted you to the idea of teaching music?
What led me to education, I guess, is maybe a 2 or 3 part answer. I didn't originally think that I would be in education. What I originally wanted to do was I wanted to be an engineer. I wanted to be a structural engineer. I love building stuff. So that's what I really wanted to do. And then I took an engineering class, and that sucked. And I was like, I don't think I want to do this anymore. And by then, I had already been in band for 3 years. And I was like, you know what? I actually like music. And as far as the teaching aspect of it, I've always felt like I had a knack for teaching, even when I was younger. Like just being in classes other than music. I remember being in elementary school in a math class, and the teacher's trying to explain how to solve a problem, and I was able to explain it to my classmates in a way that they were able to understand better than how the teacher was explaining it. So even then, I thought maybe I'll be a teacher one day. So, but yeah, teaching music. Once I really got into music, and I decided not to do engineering anymore, I figured out that music was definitely going to be my thing.
Very interesting question, this next one. How have you been liking it here at LBJ so far? And what differences and challenges have you faced compared to the past experiences? Northeast.
Honestly, I haven't really liked it over here. I really wish I could go and be at Northeast full time. They're way better at everything. I'm just kidding. Okay, here's my real answer. You can edit that out, right? Nah. No, I've honestly really enjoyed my time here at LBJ. It's an opportunity that I never thought I would get to have, or at least not for a very long time. So being given the opportunity has definitely been it's been an experience for me, and I am enjoying it, despite how often I might yell at the kids. It is fun. I love teaching. I love music, and I gotta say, the kids here at LBJ, they have a lot of spirit, and I think that helps a lot with the program being how everything started for all of us this year, and where we are now, just pressing on. It shows a lot of dedication and determination from the kids that they have continued, and that makes it more fun for me, because that lets me know that they also want to be here.
Commitment, confidence, and compassion.
That's right.
We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to welcome our next guest, Simmyia.
Hello, Jaguars. My name's Anet. I'm called Ant sometimes for people that don't know how to say my name properly. I'm here with my little show, The Library's Nook. I'm more into horror, so I'm sorry for those who like romance. I'm just not that type of person. Today we're talking about It. It's funny. It's right here. It. Really funny. I like how the author just... No. It's funny. Like an unprofessional person, I have my notes on my phone. I missed spooky season, so enjoy this scary book on Christmas season instead. The author Stephen King has created other beautiful novels like Carrie, Cujo. I have beef with Cujo. We have The Shining, really famous, especially due to the stuff that the actors had to suffer through. It's mostly known for that. This quick summary of the book. The story follows the experiences of 7 children as they're terrorized by an evil entity that exploits the fears of its victims to disguise itself while haunting its prey. A lot of people have theories about what the creature is, demon or alien. Most people like to lean with alien for some odd reason. Apparently there's a show or it's a mini-series that I never heard about that released its first episode on November 18, 1990. It was a success in ABC with 30 million viewers and multiple award nominations. I've never heard of it. It was strange. But I was curious, the actor who played this Pennywise was Tim Curry. Now the film adaptation has 2 movies, that being It, released in 2017, the sequel It Chapter 2, which released in 2019, with the actor, and I'm sorry if I say this wrong, because I pronounced it wrong the first time I was trying to say his name. It was Bill Skarsgård, who played Pennywise in both movies, which is nice. That an actor finally played both his roles in 2 movies without it being changed. Like normally, it's always being changed. The first adaptation of It, the book, was published on September 15, 1986. It's amazing how, even though it was really old, it still lived on. It still lives on now. My sister's terrified of clowns, but I love them. I love them because she's scared. Stephen King's books, especially It, really long, especially the one with uncut background stories. It's really hard to read all of them in one day. I couldn't do it. I had to break it down in a whole week. Because I could not read his entire book without having a brain fart and having to stop midway and have a cleanser and read other stuff with pictures. I could not handle his spelling mistakes. I'm pretty sure he has an editor, but that didn't work out. Still love his work though. It's weird, but I like it. It's a nice weird. I have beef with Cujo, which I'm gonna do next, which I hate. But I can't outlive Cujo. Cujo's with me forever. I'm traumatized by Cujo. And not because it's scary, but because it's dumb. This might be short, but it's the first episode. This is Anet, or Ant. My last name's Rivera, but I don't think that's important. This is from the Nook. Some of this might be really me just being mad. But it's not me being mad. It's about me liking the weird. That's it. I will like to hear recommendations. I will gladly read about what you guys like. I don't even care if it's horror. It's romance, I will gladly put it on the show. Just as long as it's enjoyable. I like jokes. That's it. Applause.
Welcome back, Jag Nation. Back to Jags tonight. I am here with Simmyia and Mr. Coleman. Simmyia, if you could jam or go on tour with any musician or group, who would it be and why?
The Ball Street Band. That's definitely. Yep. That's the best to me. Or especially seeing them in person, they're like phenomenal. And especially we got to see Coleman, you know, hit his little trombone with them. And that was fun. Like, they're really, and I feel like I could learn something from them too. Especially their, I don't know, what's their saxophone player's name?
Oh my God, what is the saxophone
Oh,
player's
okay.
name? Paulo.
Yeah, him.
Paulo
I could learn
Santos.
something from him too, since he plays the same instrument I do.
Mm-hmm. So outside of music, what are some of your other hobbies? What do you enjoy doing outside of school?
I like cooking, and I like sports too. I mainly like tennis and basketball. Those are the only other things besides music-wise that like I can do and not get tired of.
So this is the 50th anniversary year. What do you see the next 50 years of LBJ looking like? But more specifically, the band program.
I feel like it would depend on our leadership throughout those years. Like our directors, our obviously the leaders in the band, like drum majors,
Section leaders.
section leaders.
Band hearts, if we ever.
I don't know. Hopefully something good though, because the future is something we don't know yet. So it could go really good, it could go really bad. I think it goes really good though, because I wanna come back. I definitely wanna come back.
I was about to say, what I do know is that Northeast and East Hearts are chance when I come back as director. But continue.
Sorry.
Well, for the last 50 years, LBJ has been one of the top schools in the district, and I think for the next 50 years, they will continue to be one of the top schools in the district. As far as where I see the band program going, honestly, now it's a time for change, and it's a time for growth. And while it may not seem like the band is obviously not the same as it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. The band is not the same as it was, back then, but that's not a bad thing. I have personally seen how a band program can go from being very few kids to being one of the #1 show style bands in Texas. We didn't talk about it, but I graduated from Reagan High School. When I was there were maybe 30 kids in the band, and before that there was like 15 kids in the band. And when you look at and that was when the band first transitioned. That was when the change happened. And when you look at that band now, it is now, I want to say, about 15 years later or so, maybe a little over 15 years later. But, they've continued to be one of the top show style bands in Texas, So I don't see any reason why LBJ can't also be on that same level or even surpass it.
I really care about the band program, and I'd love to see it get better and be better, because this band has changed every single year of my high school years. My freshman year, we thought it was just bet, like, let's do this. Sophomore year, it changed because our head director left. And yeah, so literally, it's just been a cycle. But sophomore year, our head director left, and we were like, dang. But we were still little good, but we got smaller because people started to leave too. Junior year, we thought it was set. We was like, we got 2 new directors. Then that stuff went down. And then this year, it's a whole different story. So, yeah, we just gotta rebuild, redesign, rebuild, reclaim. And I want to be a part of that. And I would really love to come back to that. But yeah, that does it for today. I want to thank my guests, Mr. Coleman and Simmyia, for joining us here today. Thanks for watching, Jag Nation, and be sure to keep an eye out for our next episode.
Yay!